all these mixtures. Now think of it. This is only because I have given you birth. Nobody could have done before this, I tell you. You can cure others. You can give speeches on Sahaja Yoga. You can know your own problems. You can cure your own parents. You can cure your own surroundings. You can clean yourself and others. Only with realization it starts. It's all in a bundle. What a jump it is from the first awareness where it was just a desire and here you start. But all these things that were looking quite funny in the first one when you had desire form a very subtler, beautiful forms. And they come into you. At this time, you do feel your chakras, their problems. You start again analyzing them. The biggest problem in the West is they start analyzing. You give them a cake, they'll analyze. Give them anything, they'll analyze. Analysis, they think, is the biggest thing. And that's how this analysis business is so maddening for them. Here it is that clinging on to their realization, the other side is everything analyzing. You see, the legs are analyzed, feet are analyzed, nails are analyzed, and they are taken in the microscope and seen to it. Here the legs are to be used for climbing up, and here you are analyzing the legs and the feet. See, the whole purpose is lost when you start identifying with whatever was hanging on to you. So now you should say, now finished, done. Now I'm another person. The greatest thing is in this awareness of yours when you are realized, you must accept that that person who was there is dead and finished and gone. I'm a different person. Even that acceptance people find it difficult. Because Shri ego is there. It doesn't allow you. It says, oh God, how can that be? I mean, to say that I'm absolutely transformed. You are transformed, absolutely. Can you imagine you can give realization to people? You tell somebody, they say, oh, I know this. They'll all run away. Nobody will believe, but you know you can give realization. Nobody will believe. That Mahajan yogi who gave you realization, first he said, Mother, how can it be? He couldn't believe that he could give realization. Poor fellow has been working as a yogi for so many years. He couldn't believe it to begin with. Same fellow who was given realization to him. Even it, I mean, to believe that you can give realization, it takes time for people. They cannot believe. So what have you to do about becoming that? Is to at least believe, yes, you are giving realization after all. You see it like a white cloth before you, still you say it is black, horse blue. So dealing with these horse blues is the worst case. You aren't giving realization. See now Ian, who is supposed to be going to psychiatrist, he can give realization to that psychiatrist. The doctor who is going to treat you can give him realization. Believe it, you can. But when he says this to him, he thinks, oh, he's one of his. But at least you believe into yourself. This is the place where you must have faith. This faith that you have got realization through Sahaja Yoga, that it's a tremendous power. And that there is all-pervading power which is absolutely dynamic. And that you have that power flowing through you, and that you are giving realization, and that your mother is something special. Faith. Not faith because I'm saying, because it's blind, but you have seen it. But this is what it is. When you see it also, you don't believe it, then what should I call it? You know for definite that this is happening, but you don't believe into it, then what should I say? If you believe that it is so, that is faith. Imagine, faith means blindness. It's opening your eyes much more to what it is and accepting that it is so. And then the faith must grow. At this stage is the power of faith that helps you. Nothing but power of faith. And power of faith is the greatest becoming power, I should say. Because then you realize that whatever you had known so far has been of no value. This is something so great and so gigantic and so dynamic. It is something so much out of the blue which you have never known before, that you get really bewildered. And then you start having faith. Now, then when I say that you just put your hands like this and put a bandhan, it works. It does work. Then also you start seeing that when mother does like this, just to herself, we all feel it. When she blows on her hand, then we start feeling it that we are in her and she is in us. And that we are aware of her wholesomeness and she is our wholesomeness. Then the faith starts growing. You cannot analyze it because this is beyond analysis, beyond thought. So the surrendering starts. If you analyze now, you cannot. You cannot analyze it anymore. Only dead things you can analyze. Living you cannot. And this is beyond living. The thing that gives life to living, this is what it is. So you cannot analyze it. So you start surrendering. When you start surrendering and the faith comes in, then your awareness rises higher than this. And these small little things which have become subtler, they start departing from you. This is the third state where your trigunas you can see, but they do not affect you. So in the first state you have desire. In the second state, which is a very big thing, you see the desire being fulfilled, but all these subtle things are mixed up with it. In the third state, you see them, third stage, but they do not affect you. This is the third stage, when one has to see that they do not affect you. You do see catching, but then you do not call catching, you say recording. You think you are an instrument, you are just recording. The effect of that becomes very small, very small. You become so powerful within that the effect of this catching is very little. You just record as an effect. This is the third state of awareness. Keep it for a while, doesn't matter. Keep it with you. It's all right. It's all right, keep it. Now at this third state, to rise up to this third state, the only way is complete faith. Faith is, first of all, you have to learn certain things about faith. One of them is the protocol. But with faith, if you learn protocol, then you will not feel bad about it. But if you are forced onto it, you will feel bad. You see, the mixture state is still on. So, to develop faith, you have to first of all tell yourself rationally, clearly, don't you see this is happening? Can't you see this? Can't you see it is rising? Can't you understand? Tell yourself. Isn't it dynamic? Just sit down. Think how wonderful it is, how great it is. Just talk to the trees, talk to the ocean, talk to flowers. Talk to these walls, they are better than many human beings. And tell them, don't you think so? Go in the museum and tell all the statues. I found it, I've got it. Tell yourself, you see, telling yourself, you will develop this faith. There's no way out. Many people have asked me this question, how to develop the faith. Now, it is such an absurd thing. Here you are moving the Kundalini. You are giving realization and turn around and ask, Mother, how do we develop faith? It is beyond me to understand that, what is happening here? Now what are you doing? This faith then start encompassing also what I say. Means absorbing, not criticizing, not repelling back, but absorbing it. This absorption can be hindered by many other ways also. Absorption is the only way you grow. How does a tree grow? By absorption. What is the mouth of absorption? Is nirvichara. What is nirvichara? Where you do not think about it. Now, when I say you are not to think, at a lower stage, people will say, oh, she's very dominating. She's very dominating, I must say. This is the idea will come. But absorption is only possible when you have the faith. And the whole thing goes into you. You just go on sucking it like a child. Whole thing goes into you. Just like a lake which is without any ripple. It reflects the complete entire creation in it. Complete. If there are ripples, then there is diffusion, there is confusion. So, this is the stage of faith which starts from the second to go to the third.